Dana White revealed that Jon Jones personally reached out to apologize for how the situation with Tom Aspinall unfolded. Dana said, well, it wasn't a conversation. He reached out, he wrote like a text saying, listen, sorry how this all played out. I want to fight at the White House. I'm serious about that. Just one of those type of things. The interviewer asked Dana if that changed his mind at all. Dana said no. I appreciate it, him reaching out and doing that, but I need people I can count on for this fight. I know who they are, and I know who they are not. Dana also told a story about Holly Holm yesterday. He claims that Holly was originally offered an immediate rematch with Ronda Rousey for life-changing money. Instead, her team pushed for a fight with Miesha Tate, a gamble that costed her dearly, as Tate submitted her in the 5th round to take the belt. Dana said these are the same guys that had Holly Holm and, in my opinion, ruined her life. She had the opportunity to rematch immediately Ronda Rousey and for unbelievable money. They turned it down, and they said, we don't want that fight. We'll fight Miesha Tate for the same money we have now. So big drama goes on between us all. I said, so you want to fight the second baddest woman in the world for the same money instead of fighting Ronda Rousey? They said, yes, that's what we want. I told them in that meeting, ask my matchmakers, Lorenzo Fertitta. I said, she's going to lose by choke. She's going to choke her out. And that's exactly what happened. For the same money instead of fighting Ronda for life-changing money that would have changed her life. Nakisa Badarian, who used to work for the UFC from 2011 to 2016, called Dana out over this statement. He said, almost accurate. What he fails to share is there was no timetable for Ronda's return, and the money we offered was not an unbelievable amount. It was good money, but not 1 million pay-per-view buys money in any way, shape, or form. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor both just made more money than what was offered or what Ronda even made. He did say Miesha would choke her out, but Holly wanted to stay active and believed in herself. Back in 2017, Francis Ngannou scored one of the most devastating knockouts in UFC history when he finished Alistair Overeem. The two recently ran into each other. Francis posted this photo to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, reunited last night with Alistair Overeem in the most gentle and friendly way. Those pictures of us over the course of the year say a lot about our relationship. Overeem also posted that photo to his Instagram. He wrote, just two big friendly giants. Alex Bejeda believes if he defeats Magomed Ankalaev in their rematch at UFC 320, the UFC will not book a trilogy. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Alex said, I think the story will be over. It's obviously out of my control. It's up to the UFC. If they want to do it again, I'll fight anyone. To be honest, from everything we've seen, I think with him losing, I don't think he's going to fight for the title anymore. I don't really think about that. Even in past fights, people have said, oh, you're going to avenge the loss that Glover had, and all these things. In the end, it's another fight, and I'm looking at it with myself in mind first. I'm going in there to win, and it doesn't really matter. I'm fighting for myself in there, and I want to do the best for myself. It was a lot of things combined. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. We're going to have the opportunity to go again, and we have a whole team together to make it happen. It's always going to be a tough fight. There are two guys who are super well prepared. Both want to win. Both want to take the title. I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to do everything I can to be feeling extra well and super well on that night, to be able to impose my rhythm, and be able to impose my game plan, and be able to come out with the win. At 48 years old, Yoel Romero will make his BKFC debut tonight where he will face Theo Dukas.
Yoel Romero, 212.2. MMA juggernaut making his debut. Yoel Romero taking on Theo Dukas.
Great forward, guys. God bless you. God bless you.
Sean Strickland confronted Derek Moneyberg last night. Derek Moneyberg is an investing mentor and business coach, and Sean has been calling him out online for allegedly scamming.
Crazy enough, guys. Look at what I ran into. This guy's real big, real jacked. He says, why do I call him a scumbag on the internet? This is why I asked. And again, you could say...
So you got to do that for camera. You can't have a private conversation like an adult. You can only do things for the internet. You can't have a private
Because what I have to say is factual. And you guys...
It's not factual.
So you guys, let me tell you why I don't... Would I like to get free money from this guy? Yeah, sure. Would I pay me money for
But,
a record.
but Sean, when I just asked you, hey, you have a conversation.
Well, you asked me why I called you a scumbag.
Then you need to have your camera. You can only talk on the internet.
But I'll tell you
can't have a
why.
conversation
But I'll tell
in
you
real
why.
life.
I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
Only on the internet.
But I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
You're the one being the scumbag right now.
No, I'll tell you why.
I'm saying it to your face.
I'll tell you why.
Like, you're the one being the scumbag right now.
I love my fans more than anything, you guys. And would I love to go take free money from this guy and peddle? Yeah, would I love to make free money from this guy? I would. I absolutely would. I would love to. But this man takes advantage of low-paid UFC fighters who are great men who are just trying to make their mortgage and live a life. And he takes advantage of these men and he uses their platform to peddle financial scams and he sues people. And what he does is so dishonest and so scummy that no, I will not. Just because you're nice and you shake my hand and you say you're my buddy, no. You are a fraud. You are dishonest. You fraud people. This is why you don't want to be on camera, because you know everything I say is true. You sued your people. I will never peddle his shit, you guys, because I love you guys, man. Financial advice is easy. It's easy. Invest in solid mutual funds. Have a high yield account. You can buy individual stocks, but it's risky. I wouldn't recommend it unless you really pay attention. Real estate also risky. Your best real estate investment is going to be your first house when interest rates are better. But you are a scumbag and you're a fraudster, and the fact that you can't have this conversation on camera because you know everything I'm saying is true, and you won't use my platform or my name to peddle your shit to my followers. Ain't happening, dude. Go scam somebody else.
Tom Aspinall gets taken down by kickboxing champion Rico Verhoeven.
Please, keep this footage. Please, keep this footage. No.
Renato, Moicano, and Gilbert Burns preview Jean Silva versus Diego Lopez. Burns thinks Silva is going to go for a finish early, and Moicano disagrees. Moicano thinks the fight will end up going to decision.
I don't want to take that fight in consideration, but my thing is, Jean Silva has a freaking knockout power. First 2 rounds, he's going to look for the finish. He's going to try to go fast and crazy.
I don't think he's going to for the finich.
I think he will.
I don't think.
Have
you seen his interviews, what he was saying?
Bro, and you saw that guy cutting weight too? He just posted a video from his last weight cut, bro. That cuts a lot of weight.
Yeah, he cuts a lot of weight.
It's crazy. So that's why I'm saying,
okay,
if you cut that much of weight, you're going to have advantage in the first 2 rounds.
Right.
Other than that, bro,
what's your
carrying
opinion,
a lot
Kai?
of
Who's
weight.
winning?
Well, Silva by decision is plus 575.
I'm telling you, that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Wait,
Silva
and
will win by
how's-
decision.
1,000%?
How's Lopes for decision? Because I
Wow,
think
more. Plus
See?
750.
I think that's the
John Silva
I
right
think
now is-
Jean Silva by knockout. First 2 rounds,
I'm gonna be
he's
honest.
live.
And the fight go to the decision.
Yeah.
That's better than choose the fighter.
Yeah.
Because I think that fight's going to be a decision, no matter who wins.
I think Jean Silva by finish, first or second, or Diego by decision.
Yeah. They have the fight to go to the distance plus 275, and then no minus 400. So they're
Plus,
saying that.
Man, that's easy money.
No, don't say that, bro.
Yeah, easy
Last-
money.
Okay.
1,000%.
Nah, bro,
You
but
curse
everybody
rough.
was like that. It
You,
was not
but
just
you
me.
curse rough. You
No,
don't
I
say.
don't
Don't
curse
give
rough.
one. Don't say 1,000%.
So 100%, my brother.
Dominick Cruz still holds resentment towards referee Keith Peterson, believing that his fight against Henry Cejudo was stopped too early.
Is the way that fight went, like, I'm on my feet.
Yeah. You're trying to get up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I'm up, and there's 1 second left on the clock. And all nonsense, Keith Peterson is a complete up for that.
Yeah.
It's the only sporting event in the world going on. There's 1 second left on the clock. I'm on my feet. I did my job as a fighter, and he failed as a referee. A complete failure.
Yeah.
And on multiple occasions, he's kept doing it. So yes, that fight got away from me, and it taught me that yes, I got hit. I shouldn't have got clipped.
Yeah.
100%. I took responsibility for that, and I told Keith Peterson that. Yes, I shouldn't have gotten clipped and got dropped. Okay.
Yeah.
I get dropped almost every fight, get back up and whoop your ass after that.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be part of it.
Yeah.
I knew the first 3 rounds was going to be a war with Henry. He's not a chump.
Yeah.
But I knew after that was my, and so he knew that too.
Yep.
And so there's a game we're playing. So you got to let me play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And Keith Peterson took that opportunity away from me, took half my check from me.
Yep.
Because he wanted to look at Henry and listen to Henry.
Stop it.
Hey, you better stop it. I'm hurting him.
Yeah.
And, dude, you are a weakling.
Yeah.
You are a weak human for that. So get your life together and then come back and get in the ref.
Ilia Topuria posted some new training footage and shows off some submissions. Dana White got into it with a reporter last night at the Canelo-Crawford press conference.
Good evening, everybody. Couple questions for Dana. Dana, this fight, as you said earlier in the week, is set to be the 3rd highest gate in combat sports history, the 2nd biggest gate you've promoted alongside Mayweather-McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters, to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well?
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these 2 guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana. Earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act, and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
For these 2, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or
if
no?
you want to showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these 2 that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story.
Fight.
This isn't a discussion to have at a press conference for these 2 that are going to fight on Saturday, 2 legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask me these questions, let's do it one-on-one.
Sounds
and
good.
you can ask me anything you want.
All right. Well, Terrence and Saul, have a good fight.
Yeah, you have a question for these 2?
No.
No? Beat it. Go ahead. Who's next?
Ariel Helwani reacted to that clip. He wrote, Dana's interpretation of media doing its job is quote-unquote showboating and quote-unquote being an asshole, which is laughable. This is not a new stance, by the way. It's just been a very long time since real questions were asked at these pressers. Kelvin Gastelum has missed weight by 5 pounds for his fight against Dustin Stoltzfus at Noche UFC tomorrow. Kelvin weighed in at 191.
Official weight 191 pounds for Kelvin Gastelum.
According to Full Send MMA, Kelvin has been fined 35% of his purse. However, the fight remains on. Here are some reactions from the MMA community. Bilal Muhammad said SMH. Luke Thomas said, oh my god, this is for a middleweight bout too. He continued, between this, taxes and payouts to coaches, etc. He'll have nearly lost all of his purse. I don't wish that upon anyone or athlete, but what is there to even say at this point about years of weight misses? Derek Brunson says they should have just did Kelvin Gastelum versus Brian Battle, where they just stepped on the scale at whatever weight and fought. 5 pounds, damn. Buddy just said F it. Julius Walker thinks they should remake Man vs. Food starring Kelvin Gastelum. RJ Clifford says Kelvin Gastelum needs to go to heavyweight, if for no other reason than to see if he could miss weight there too. And Mike Bond says Kelvin Gastelum misses weight by 5 pounds. Another chapter in a never-ending MMA saga.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Don Fang. It says it doesn't matter politically which side you are on. No one should be murdered for free speech. The second one's from Why Use a Handle. It says Strickland thinks he's a psychotic gangster, when in reality he's just a contrarian and a part-time influencer. And the final one says Rampage saying he died, chat, is so goddamn annoying to me.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.